Hello, my name is Adrian Rodriguez. And first of all, before I start, I just want to thank you, Professor, for all your help and effort that you put into teaching us this semester. And so, for the first question, what did I learn in this course about becoming a teacher? Well, this course was my part of my first semester at Liberty University, and this was my first class on education. And so I didn't know what to expect, but I did learn so much. There's a couple things that have stuck with me more than others, and one of those is that there's no other job where I can have a greater impact on others' lives than in education. We have a such a privilege and opportunity to influence others for the good. And so I love that about choosing this career path. But also that not only in education do we influence others' lives, but that the teacher himself or herself never stops growing. It's a lifelong learning journey. I also did learn that teaching and learning are very complex. Before this class, I didn't realize how complex it was. But going through the different chapters and the different topics that we studied, I realized that it's a very complex task to do, to teach. It's not easy and it's far from being automatic. Um, and for that reason, we need to be determined as educators, as teachers, because it is a difficult task. And then one quote that I loved from the book that we read was to be a successful teacher, you need to become a student of your students. I love that. And I know definitely in the future, God willing, as I am a teacher, that I will always keep that in mind. The biggest challenge for me would be keeping up with all the technology that is available. As we've done our technology projects, I was a bit overwhelmed by seeing how many tools there are available for teachers. So I think for me would be keeping up with all the technology that is out there, and making sure that I'm using the best one to benefit my future students as much as possible. And so for the third question is, how do you envision using technology in your classroom? Well, I know for sure I want to be as much as I can to teach visually, as there's so many apps, softwares out there to teach. I believe that seeing what you're learning helps students learn a bit more. It's a little easier by seeing that art that is captivating, and also a lot of videos. I know there's so many websites and even on YouTube of good videos that teach a lot. I also would like to be using a lot of websites and apps to create a classroom community, not only on campus but also offline, whether that be online quizzes or online homework, but also seeing these apps that are coming out where they allow easy communication between students, between the teacher and students. And so I know definitely that's something that I would like to use, because in my education during middle school and high school, those things weren't available. So I think you know, those things are such a blessing now, as we see that we could use those things in technology. But that is it. Thank you again so much for this great semester and great class.